suspect it's good for you too. And you get a lot of mastery with Theotar, which is something I like as well. So.
Not in keys.
Yeah, I can see Nagia and keys being decent, but
yeah.
Theotar is more consistent because you can get the 3% buff, basically.
Yeah.
So. Well, let's see what he pulls. Okay, yeah, he's going to pull big, so he wants you to open that. That's for sure.
This is an arcane mage. I just saw that.
Oh wow, that's...
Arcane mage does very big AoE damage if you want to.
Interesting.
So he's doing 41k DPS, 50k DPS right now. He's arcane mage. They do big. Well, okay, clearly your other two do even bigger AoE DPS, but
I should have went Flash Concentration instead of this. It'll be fine, but I should have swapped.
Watch that trap.
In the MDI, they have had all 3 mage specs represented at this point.
Have they really?
Yeah.
Was it the Chinese who played the arcane mage though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, arcane is not necessarily bad. It's just like I don't think it's just as good. I think it's just worse than the other two, but it's not bad spec.
Just doesn't bring anything the other two.
Act with anything, if you know what you're doing, it's probably fine.
To give you an example of why I know Arcane Mage is good in AoE, Arcane is the best spec for Anduin in terms of DPS numbers in Raid. So, and the padding happens on the ads in the AoE part. So, right? So.
Trap.
The only reason I know that is because Frost literally just sucks for Anduin. Like, it's like the worst spec on that boss, so. I wouldn't mind to play more fire, but like it's just, it's so rough.
The only reason I'm playing this is to get that gold achievement.
You don't have to do that if you don't want to. We have
well, it's a little late now.
Well, if we want to, we could give Phylor $20 and he could get
20 euros.
For us. Yeah, sorry, $20. I could buy you 2 tokens, and you would be able to get us the achievement on your warrior. Wait, is your warrior level 60, Phylor?
Yes,
yeah, he is. We PvP together.
It's okay.
Okay.
Xerath Mortis now.
I mean, if you warriors are not a bad spec, bad DPS spec either. They're pretty good. So if you want to play an alt at some point, I don't know. It might. I don't know what is going to happen this tier. Depends on how long people want to play. I think we're hitting a bit of the time when people are getting bored of the game. So I don't know. We'll see how long we go in Mythic. We had the difficult time last week to get people, so.
Well, we had a weird circumstance.
Yeah. No, I understand that. There could, but the thing is, if you have 25 to 30 people in the guild actually playing the game for raid, but every week like 10 of them can't show up, it's gonna get rough, right? So.
By the way, just so you're prepared for it, next week end is a holiday weekend.
Yep. Well, I will be in Chicago that weekend.
Yeah, he won't be here.
That's in Chicago?
I won't be here on Sunday. We could raid on Monday, but on Sunday I will not be able to raid, that's for sure.
What are you doing in Chicago?
We are going to a Coldplay concert.
Huh?
Interesting.
And hanging out with me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't like Coldplay? Is that what I gathered, Justin?
No, I don't dislike Coldplay. I've just never thought about a Coldplay concert. I don't know. It's...
I am in the. I was in 20. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but according to Spotify, I was in the top 0.1% of Coldplay listeners last year. So.
Oh, wow. They're just kind of.
That's impressive.
They're not. It's
actually.
not bad. I don't dislike Coldplay. They're just kind of not something that I could listen to continuously.
I don't have that issue, no.
It's just very slow kind of music.
I guess I like that. I like that type. That
He
mage.
got gibbed.
Well, he might have stood in some.
He's stood in
Oh
the
no, the
leap.
explosion. There, yeah. Well, the leap actually apparently doesn't do damage according to the Uber. It is AoE, but not on the person. I mean, we tried it out at some point, and it was kind of true. So I'm not sure. Maybe it was because we did like a 16 key or something like that, but still, it was surprisingly low damage.
I think you can only listen to the light keeps spinning at the speed of sound so many times before it just gets old.
So you listen to another one of their songs. I don't understand.
That's the thing, they have so many songs that you just can keep listening because like the moment you loop back to a song, it's so long. They have so many good albums.
They have a couple big hits. The rest of the music I never particularly cared much for. I don't think. I don't remember. I don't know. I only hear the big ones. I think my Spotify may have played some of their other stuff at one point in time when I just didn't listen to it.
Let's see how many. Because like there's so much. I don't know. I think it will be nice.
I hope you enjoy your concert, but I'm on the same page with that.
It's fine.
Oh God. Why do I have 2 copies of that? I don't understand.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so I'm looking at their discography or whatever you call it.
Yep.
But it seemed like they had a lot more songs that were in the charts in the Netherlands than they had in the US. Like any song that was charting in the US also charted in the Netherlands, but then more even charted in the Netherlands than that. So maybe that's why I know so many of these songs. Because I guess Pyler knows like clocks.
Yellow, the stars
Yellow.
keep spinning at the speed of sound.
Speed of Sound,
Uh,
Fix You.
I don't know them by
Viva
their
la
names.
vida.
I know them by their lyrics. There's
Every
3 main
Teardrop
ones
is a
I know.
Waterfall, Paradise. I don't know, Skyfall Stars. I mean, like,
I've never thought of them as the type of band where somebody's like, "What's your favorite band?" and they go, "Oh, you know, Coldplay." That's just it's strange to me. I just never thought that
I'm not
would
sure
be.
it's my favorite.
So you've
Okay,
never
that's
asked
fair.
me that question, and that would have been my answer.
I know, but you're also like an adult who likes Disney.
Either.
I don't even
Hey.
understand you sometimes.
You're just kind of basic. I mean, there's no problem with that. You're just a little basic.
Nothing.
Love it here.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's not anything wrong with basic. It's just it's like
I like
if
to
you
call
told
myself
me
boring, so I don't know.
if you told me your favorite food was chicken nuggets, I'd be like, yeah, I mean that fits the profile. You know, that's the kind of thing. It's just,
Why am I friends with you?
My favorite food is mac and cheese.
there you go. See, I don't blame you for that. I also
Yeah.
like mac and cheese. I just
Actually,
don't think it would
probably
be
my favorite food is lasagna. Actually.
Okay. That's it. See, that's got
Stay
at
in the
least a
pasta
little.
realm, that's safe.
It's got at least a little something to it. You know, there's
Like,
more than
if you
just
say-
cheese and.
If you say your favorite food is Italian, isn't that like the standard answer?
No, because
Oh.
there's
Oh, this is a fun. Okay,
Oh,
this
it's
way.
interesting. Maybe he wants. No, he wants to just kill this because clearly you're not going to pull this into the. I was thinking, is he going to pull this back? No, that's impossible. This allows him to do the skip later on, I think, with the potion.
Yeah.
Well, but
yeah.
what we're seeing is people come back to this and pull it into the
Yeah.
base.
Right, but maybe he thinks that's just too much work in a pug and just. I mean, for pugs, clearly some rounds are just better than others. Right?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
He's probably trying to take it safe. So
Also, he's doing a fine job with aggro.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's doing fine.
I think my favorite band.
But you don't have to have a
Favorite
favorite. I don't
artist.
have a specific favorite.
I think if I had to name one, I would. That's a tough one.
I'm not sure what I would
It's-
pick.
It's not a tough one because I have like 20,000 choices, but just because there's a few that I'm like. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
that's
which one to
that's
choose.
totally fair. I mean,
I would either choose the Who or the Talking Heads. One of those two would be my favorites.
I don't
Roleplay
have.
is a roleplay would be surely in the top 5.
They're just not very bombastic, you know. There's not
I don't
anything
care
about
about
them.
that.
I know. I'm just there's nothing that kind of sets them out from other bands. I feel like they're kind of like when you do a character selection, like they're the ones who have all the attributes halfway, you know. They're the
I guess.
they're the middle.
So my favorite artist is Sting.
Okay.
probably
See,
makes you bored as well.
he's somewhat bombastic. That's fine. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking Coldplay. There's nothing wrong with any of this. It's just
Okay. It's just
I don't
not
know.
your type. You
It's
like
just-
Metallica.
it's not polarizing one way or another. It's very like right in the middle. And I like a lot of it.
Coldplay exists, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be your favorite. There's nothing wrong with that.
It was a long diatribe for you to dig yourself out of that hole.
No, I don't care. I mean, it's plain. I mean, I'll own up to it. When I was a kid, my favorite band was My Chemical
Hanson.
Romance, which is some basic bitch ass shit too. I'll own up to that. That shit was
There's
basic
nothing-
as fuck.
No, if you like that, you like
By the way, their new song is meh.
I
I
know. I,
listened to it
can't
when
bring myself
Ryan
to
said
listen to it.
And then because Ryan said it was mastered badly or something, so then I was like, okay, I'll listen to it, and it sounded so awful. Yeah, just
It makes me so sad.
It wasn't even the song wasn't necessarily bad. The sound of it was terrible. It sounded like it was done in the 80s.
I think everybody in the world is trying to just ruin my adulthood. They ruined Star Wars, they ruined Star Trek, they're gonna bring Back to the Future and it's gonna be fucking terrible.
I actually
that
didn't
true?
know that. Are they really?
No.
What
Oh,
about
but
Bob
you bel-
Classic though?
So it had its ups and downs. I think they fucked it up pretty bad for sure, but I mean it still had its ups at the very least.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're fine.
Poll's always stupid because my
Uh-oh.
2 minutes come up here, and then we have to do the big pull right after it.
I think if you
59 time already.
these
Ow.
pulls hurt.
I have aggro on something. I spoke too soon.
That's when that drops. Yeah, you're taking big damage. So
He got double targeted, I think.
oh, by the casters? Yeah, that sucks.
I was the only one in combat besides the warrior for a second.
Wow, this
Silence.
hurts. At least the mage is dispelling, and that's good. Oh, God, it's trash week. It's very clear. Oh, those Rexel.
Yeah, the Wata. He
Needed
doesn't
water
care.
for like 3 pull. Oh, this is I just have to survive for and we'll be fine.
Yeah, I hate these tornadoes. In this room it's better, but in that small corridor over there in the front, it's so terrible, you can't see it.
I should be okay. Yeah, he rushed down like a boss.
Late storm. Insane. My goodness.
It is, yeah. This warrior has been doing very fine.
Oh no, he's been doing great.
Oh, you have a warrior tank?
Yeah, it's a warrior tank. He's been
The
doing
warrior
fine.
is also, by the way, also the warrior at this moment is doing 11k DPS overall. Not bad.
Nice. I mean, it's pretty easy to do damage in that one, but that's still fair. I mean, he's credit where credit's due.
Just
Yeah,
at
I mean-
84k.
Yeah, dude.
Spicy.
That was a PI'd breath for all PI'd breaths there.
Mm-hmm.
Liked that.
Spicy, spicy. I'll get first kick.
Also, I'll be more boring. My favorite movie is Lord of the
Oh, he
Rings.
pulls him back. I like
Yeah,
this.
that's allowed.
That's allowed. Can people just fucking enjoy things like Jesus?
Ow, 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 ow.
No, I'm not, dude. I was thinking about it. I mean, that's allowed. I'm reflecting on my thoughts on it. It's a good movie. It's just, I don't know.
There's more exquisite.
No, it's just, it's very, I think the big thing is there's just so many of them, like, and they're so long. There's 3 and they're long.
I think it's just some people just like, yeah, people just have different preferences. And
It's okay. I'm not allowed to dislike or like anything. It's okay.
no, you're allowed to dislike things.
I'm not allowed to have thoughts on any of these things.
No,
I just have
no,
to
no.
go, oh yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
No.
You're allowed
different
to like some things, just not everything.
Yes.
I don't.
Well, do you like everything now?
He doesn't. Because he like anything.
Because
I do.
I certainly dislike certain hotels. Okay, like that's when I'm traveling. I mean, this is gonna sound very pretentious, but I dislike economy class in flying.
So just
Dude, yeah, everybody does.
I mean, yeah, that's hot take. Flying sucks. yeah.
For that reason, I am willing to spend more money on getting a more expensive seat.
I mean, that's fair.
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't blame you in the slightest. I've thought about the same thing. I haven't flown in a couple years since COVID happened, but
So when you fly, you could possibly spend a few extra $100. Yeah.
It depends, yeah. I mean, especially since you go back to Europe, I don't blame you in the slightest, and you have the money for it, so... I mean, some people don't understand, my father doesn't understand why I get groceries delivered to my house sometimes instead of going to the grocery store. It's like, dude, you have no idea how fucking easy it is. It's great.
Yeah, this is a thing, like, you know. And also by saving on the things you don't care about, you can spend more on the things you do care about. So, yeah. Oh, this trash is rough.
I can understand Lord of the Rings. I think the biggest thing with me is that it's just... the thing is, the source material is somewhat one-dimensional too. I mean, it's a product of its time. It's literally the godfather of all modern fantasy, so you can't really criticize it for being what it is. I mean, it's a huge step forward.
Yeah, everything came from it, yeah.
I mean, but when you compare it to, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, The Way of Kings or, you know, Name of the Wind or some other modern fantasy, we've gone away since then. Now, that doesn't make it bad. It's just very flat when you look back at it in comparison. And that's as somebody who read the books. I read the books in high school. And I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was very good. It was just very...
Let's talk about the movie, though, not about the books.
I know, and I'm talking about both. Because I will say that the movies are pretty good about being pretty faithful to the books. Obviously, they cut out a lot of shit, but it's not anything that's, you know, overly terrible.
Yes.
They cut out Tom Bombadil, obviously, but...
Yep, because that's ridiculous.
It was.
Crack pipe shit.
But, I mean, that's what it was. It was a book that was just supposed to be ridiculous fun. I mean, think about it, back when he wrote this shit. I mean, you had, like, black and white TV if you were lucky. It's just...
The Second World War just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's...
Yeah, it's a different time.
It's important to keep context in mind. I'm also sad that the Hobbit movies turned out the way that they did, because I think they're absolutely terrible. But
I thought they were fun.
I like the first one and the third one. The second one was a hot mess.
I think I watched the first one.
When they flew through the air and landed in the mining cart, I was like, this didn't happen. Like, this is just some stupid shit.
I think I may remember I remember one specific moment, and I blocked the rest of the movies out because I thought they were pretty bad. They were on like a mining cart in the middle of like this goblin infested thing, and there's like 5,000 goblins and shit all around them. And then they end up floating in kegs down a river, and the whole time they're literally
Legolas is
like,
standing on their heads.
Yeah, they're like murdering 2 million goblins, and it's like, okay, these have the same problem that the Star Wars prequel, the original first Star Wars prequel had. The enemy is incompetent and isn't a danger to them, so it's kind of boring.
Yeah, but then you knew that already, no? Like,
I
from
like the
books.
Hobbit book. I reread the book. The book was succinct and to the point. It's like saying you can have fun. I don't know, playing catch. Playing catch is fun. You play catch for 15 minutes, an hour, at most. Now imagine somebody saying, okay, let's play catch for 4 hours, and you stretch it out over 4 hours. I mean, by the end of the 4 hours, you're just
It's
like,
the
I'm well
next red
past.
circle, if you need to know. The next red one is the dangerous one.
It's gonna go on me, I'm sure.
Yeah, just so you know, if you know who it is, that person is even more healing than the others. From Zulu. Got
Thanks,
past
fam.
them, Boss should die. So before the next bad one. Oh, except the mage. Huh? Goes into the purple shit.
No, he gets the.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Never mind. He goes into the red shit. That's what I meant to say. I said purple because you get a curse when you go in there. And
Oh yeah.
that is purple on my screen, so. Oh.
Oh, I got trapped on the wrong side.
Death strike.
I was already dead.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
run through the red shit, and I used my after death Necrolord thing to keep DPSing.
Okay.
So I was like, there's only one DPS up, and I was like, let's not fucking wipe on this shit. Made a tactical decision.
It's worth.
I'm eating though.
I mean, you guys are doing really good on time, actually, in terms of like,
Yeah.
as long as you don't have a group wipe at this point on the third boss or somewhere. I mean, yeah.
I don't
you're
anticipate
Put
one
that
on
juju
that
on
boss.
No.
Also, yeah, you put some juju on us.
Well, okay. The inevitable wipe that you're going to have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when
is
you
still-
watched
even then, you still have enough time.
when you watched The Hobbit, did you not find the Evangeline Lily plot
I don't
creating?
remember what that is.
That's the love triangle between
I
the
probably
chick.
tuned it out.
See, you can't tune things out and say the movie was good. That's not allowed.
No,
like
the
you
movie
can't
is
just
good.
fucking tune portions of
I'm
the
not
entire
saying-
movie out.
I'm not necessarily saying it's good. I said I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, that's true. I enjoyed
can't-
Transformers, but Transformers is a shitty movie.
God. You can't just tune portions of a movie out and be like, oh, I enjoyed it. No, if you tuned it out, you weren't enjoying portion of the movie. I mean,
I will
yeah.
argue one of the reasons, it's probably actually one of the reasons why I don't generally am that much into movies is because the story generally just doesn't make much sense. But that's why I probably prefer series where they can build a lot more.
Depends on what movie you're watching.
Not a lot. I don't watch a lot of movies.
We watched. Speaking of movies, my wife and I watched Everything
Uncharted.
Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, that one.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It's fucking wacky and it was hilarious.
I don't
Is it-
know that. What is that?
Like, what is it about?
A24 movie.
80.
So Madeline wants to see that. I just don't. she
It's
doesn't
a
make it a case
multi-dimensional
for it.
something.
Yeah, it's a multiverse movie.
Okay.
Am I
but
having a
it-
stroke right now?
No, it's an indie film, so you probably it's
Uh.
not getting much press, but
It was in the the theater trailers here a lot.
But yeah, Madeline was saying she liked it, but she wasn't making a good case as to why I would enjoy watching the movie. So it's like
it was good. I liked it.
we were intending to go to Downton Abbey tomorrow to see that one, which is new. So
There's a Downton Abbey movie?
there's a
Yeah.
second one. This is the second.
I didn't
Yeah,
know they
this
had
is the second
Downton
one.
Abbey movies.
Yeah, they were both. The first one was good, so
Have you watched a movie you don't like, or are you just kind of like Mitch, where everything's just kind of okay?
He's not a hater.
You don't
I
have it.
I
Has
don't
nothing
watch
to
a
do with
lot of
hating.
movies. No, I don't
No,
watch
no,
a lot of
I
movies.
no, I was just saying he doesn't hate things. not
You
hate
can
on
dislike
things.
things. At least
Yeah.
dislike something that's not enjoyable. Like you don't have to like everything.
Oh, well, so for me it's more like I start to fall asleep.
So you okay.
For example, we were watching Red Notice, and I fell asleep during that on the couch.
See, you're falling asleep during the movie. Cheating.
I am not a big comedy
That's a
fan.
Lieutenant Carl thing.
You have to get frustrated at the movie for being bad. I don't understand how you just fall asleep during a movie.
So I don't enjoy comedy movies.
Any of them?
Yeah. No, the In-Betweeners was good. That was a fun movie. Yeah. I remember going to Deadpool in the cinema, and there were a ton of people that were just super loud.
Oh yeah,
That
but
was
that
super annoying.
it's easy to let that interfere with your thoughts on the movie.
What?
But it's not fair.
Holy shit. Valen got like
I was
torpedoed.
running.
Well, it's okay, Zulu. Like, this boss with 4 people is probably actually easier than doing it with 5 people. Oh, okay. 3 orbs at minimum, though.
I died to this shit.
Oh, you need to run. Well, you can still die even if you're not running.
Oh, I died to the ticking damage.
You can. The ticking damage is insane. Like, it's no joke. It's hard to heal too because the healer also has to move, right? So it's
Yeah,
like,
I have to move. I was lucky to get a full channel of him in there.
Yep.
Should I take this?
No, you probably just stay dead.
Not during Right Supremacy, anyway.
Yeah, I think you just stay dead. That makes the fight even easier because everyone can start to take a lot of orbs, which helps a ton. Oh my god, that hunter.
Somehow this guy is not taking
Save
any of these?
You mean the hunter?
No, the warrior. He hasn't taken a single orb this entire time.
Oh, okay.
You can probably spell reflect it.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, you can better say that. I mean, honestly, this was... The moment you as a group got this down to 35% with 5 people alive, I was like, well, if anyone dies, you just let them dead.
Yeah, I stayed dead.
Yeah. That was fucking
smart.
insane. You saw how many circles I got there,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you got 3 next to each other, yeah?
I didn't think I was even gonna fucking live.
No, I thought you were
Watch
dead.
the traps here, they one-shot you.
We're invising after this, just so
Yeah.
you remember.
No, that boss, honestly though, that boss feels like at a high key becomes almost easier with 4 people alive than with 5 people alive. Because literally, like, Zulu, when you were dying there the second time, the only thing he could possibly have done is like give you a prayer of mending that would heal you for like 5k of your health, and you would still be dead. So, I don't know. Because instant casts are not that easy. Like, there's not that many instant casts.
Invis here.
This bot.
Hello, everyone.
As long as you make it across the
Hi.
veil, you can res anyone, so...
Everyone's Friday.
Perfect. Amazing. Oh! Don't get into combat. It was his pet.
Oh, I stayed out of combat. Oh my god. I
was
can't
your
even
pet,
I
though.
can't even dismiss that pet. That's the shitty part. It doesn't show up on my UI.
It's very interesting that you didn't get threat off of that.
Yeah. I ran backwards too because I was like, I can die, but I don't want to let everybody else
I
die.
in combat, but that was a little scary.
Well, you're gonna be in combat for a long time, so...
I mean, I'll be fine, but...
Oh my god, those casts just hurt. And the mage is doing 35k DPS, so I guess that gives him threats. Hi! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, here comes the damage. Okay, he shield walled, nice. Oh my lord.
I just couldn't do it.
No, yeah, the only thing you could do is spam heals at him, but that's like...
Can you B-res him?
Oh yeah, B-res him, yeah.
Shield.
Oh, the shield in the back. Yeah, pick it up, otherwise Zulu, I guess. Yeah, someone needs it.
Yeah, I got it.
It doesn't have to be the tank, it's just... I think the reason why we give it to the tank is so the tank can use it as a personal cooldown if necessary at some point.
No,
but
you give it to the tank because everybody can surround the tank.
That's also true. Well, Zulu's a melee, so he can still pick it up when it's needed.
You can.
As long as I remember I have it.
Yeah, well... Better remember it then. Just keep talking about it, you know, then you'll never forget you have it. So...
I think there's a gigantic raid warning that goes.
There
yeah,
it
for
is.
group, but then pressing the button might not be... Well, yeah.
Pressing the
Just
button
tell
is
about whether
not
you're
for-
paying.
There you go.
Yep, got it.
Just imagine, Zulu, you keep it for like another like 1.5 seconds or something, and the tank just goes in their brain like, oh, fuck. I
Yeah.
didn't pick it up. And then you pop it out at the last second and it's like, ah, yes. Nice, 10 stacks. I do find it interesting is that you do not... Oh, you do have track for bets. Okay, never mind. I just use the build in WoW UI for that.
You? No, I do.
You use the weak Cobra.
Oh.
You're doing it. I mean, the damage your group is doing is good. It's like really good. And it doesn't seem like any of them is like consistently taking too much damage from stuff. Like,
No.
I think they're trying their best to avoid it.
No, like I said, people at these key levels, like healing these key levels actually isn't that bad, in a weird way.
I mean, if someone dies, it's often their fault. Yeah,
Exactly.
not always, but often.
Ooh, bad Kyrian Spear.
Interesting seeing a warrior tank that's such a high healing.
He's slamming too,
He's
man.
doing fine. He's doing fine. Yeah. There was one time when I think he just pulled too much, basically. But when he died, maybe the targets weren't focus fired correctly.
Yeah.
Shit didn't
and
die fast enough.
I could have GS'd him later and been fine. I'm somewhat liberal with my GS because it's typically a 1-minute cooldown.
I do notice that you pop your GSs out very, very rapidly.
It lets me DPS.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
I think you pop it out perfectly because that allows you to not worry about something, which is the same way I would use it.
If it's a 1-minute cooldown.
Yeah, I think that it's that
Right.
one time. That's why the tank also partially. You were not wrong that if you had not used it there at the start, you would have probably been
He
able
would've
to
lived.
relate.
Yeah, he would have lived.
Because he also used his shield wall at the start of that pool. So there you go.
Yeah, this survival hunter is moving as fast as I am out of shit.
6 minutes to this boss.
And Azeroth coming in the clutch.
Hell yeah,
Right.
man.
Shit.
I mean, I'll say that like some of the Brazil players are like the best players I've seen, and then 90% of them are just like, wow, okay. It's not even that not all of them are bad, but some of them are like they leave the key after one death. It's like okay. Unfortunately, you're the first. Can you see whether you're going to be the first or the second on the jump?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Right? Okay, it would be so useful. Oh, that was a spicy one. Because if you're the first one, it's pretty much impossible to dodge, relatively, compared to being the second.
Oh, like you can blink out of it?
So
Oh, you can do all kinds of shit to it.
Yeah.
I doubt I can do anything.
You can walk out of it. You can literally walk out of it if you keep strafing. Or and you're the second one. As long as you keep strafing, you can dodge it. I did do my priest, so then it's possible on any class.
I didn't know to even try.
Yeah. If you know that you're like gonna get
Harder
it.
as a melee than it is a
Oh, for sure, because you're. Yeah, it's all about how much distance do you have from the boss when she's jumping. That's what it's about. So, basically, if you see where the mage on your platform is right now, if you're standing there and she jumps to there first, you can dodge it by just walking, by strafing. But as a melee, that becomes really hard because you're so close to the boss. So.
Let's say it's an arcane mage.
Yes, it is. An
Yeah.
arcane mage.
Interesting. I haven't
Arcane
seen
mage
any
is
of
good
that.
on AoE. It's good on AoE. And apparently single target here actually as well for some reason. So.
I mean, I haven't seen an arcane mage since. It's been a minute.
They were used in World First Race.
Yes, I dodged it.
Yay! It's so big though. One dodge is big. Nice. Congratulations.
Let's fucking go.
Your
18.
That's
I
a lot of
got
points, yeah?
16 points.